Hi everyone. Welcome to Families in an Electronic World. My name is Dale Hawley and I'm the instructor for the course. I'm a professor in Human Development and Family Studies at UW-Stout, and I'm also the director of the Family Therapy program here at Stout, which is where I do most of my teaching. I'm really interested, though, to teach this particular course because for several years now I've been really intrigued by the way families have been changed by the advent of electronic communications. It wasn't all that long ago that we didn't have them. I realize that most of you who are listening to this video and are in this class can't imagine life without computers, or for that matter even life without cell phones. But it hasn't been that long since we started using all these forms of electronic communication to stay in touch with each other, whether it be email or texting or social media sites or whatever means that we use to stay in touch with each other. And it's changed the way in which we interact with each other. In fact, even if you can't remember a time when we didn't have cell phones or we didn't have computers, you can probably point to the last 5 years and see the number of changes that have taken place just in the whole world of electronic communications and the devices and the programs that are available to us. So a few years ago I started looking around at families and started looking at my own family and asking, how have all these devices changed the way in which we interact with each other? They really have changed us in some very positive ways because they allow us to stay connected with each other in ways that we could never ever have imagined before. I mean, now I have a cell phone. So when I'm driving home from work, I can call my wife, or I can call my mom to see how she's doing, or I can check in with one of my kids. Or, my wife can text me on the way home and say, hey, can you stop at Target and pick this up? Or, we can do FaceTime or Skype and talk with our grandkids down in Iowa. I mean, it's terrific in terms of the way in which we're able to stay connected in ways that we never ever could before. But there are some downsides to it as well. You probably have been in the situation, I know I have, where you're in a room with a group of people, family members for example, or sometimes friends, and nobody's saying a word because everybody is focused on their laptop or their iPad or their cell phone or whatever, and they're staying in contact or they're communicating with somebody who's not even in the room. And it was this that I began to notice, that somehow in the process of staying connected with the whole world in some ways, we may begin to lose touch with the people we're closest to, even though in a lot of ways these electronic devices help us to stay in touch with the people we're closest to. So that's really what I'd like for us to focus on this semester. How are our lives changed with the advent of electronic communications? In our daily speech and connection with one another, in staying in touch with extended family, in dealing with social issues that may occur that are related to various kinds of things on the internet or computers, etc. And just talk about how are those changes happening to us. There are not right or wrong answers here, because and we may very well disagree at times or agree about how these changes are affecting our lives. But one thing I'm certain of, and that is they're not going away. We're not going to go back to a day when we don't have computers or we don't have cell phones. And in fact, 10 years from now, you might look back at this videotape and say, wow, we were so archaic in 2015 because, we didn't have whatever new electronic device that makes our lives so much different. So that's the focus of this course, and I'm really looking forward to engaging in some good discussion with you online around a lot of these issues over the course of this semester. When you finish with this video, I have 3 more videos I would like for you to watch as a way of introducing this course. In the first one, I'll talk about the course itself, kind of give you an overview, talk through some of the things on the syllabus, so you'll have a kind of a big picture as to what sort of expectations there are in this course. And then in the 2 videos following that, and all of these will be short, they'll just take a few minutes apiece. In the videos that follow that, I'm going to talk more extensively about the discussion groups that we'll be doing each week, which really are the centerpiece of this course, and about the semester-long assignment that you have.